Between Cars 1 and Cars 3, 7 Piston Cup sponsors just disappeared, and 7 new ones took their place. So what happened exactly to the original 7? Did they go out of business, or did they simply stop sponsoring a Piston Cup racer? All our questions we'll be discussing today, but the most important question is, what would these racers have looked like? I mean, come on, isn't that all we care about? I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely love the Piston Cup Racers designs in general and was devastated when we didn't get to see the new looks for Tach-O-Mint, Retread, Shifty Drug, Sidewall Shine, and Fiber Fuel. In addition to those sponsors that were quote-unquote removed from Cars 3, there is also Hostile Takeover Bank, aka HTB for Chick Hicks, and Dale Earnhardt Inc. for Dale Earnhardt Jr. Of course, those are a little different because they were sponsors to prevalent characters, and it wouldn't make much sense if they appeared again in Cars 3 with new drivers. They were very specific to the first movie. The other 5, however, are just regular businesses that were replaced by Carbon Cyber, Synergy, Triple Dent, Intersection, and Blinker. You can also throw a Niter in there for Jackson Storm, but similar to HTB and Dale Earnhardt Inc., that's a sponsor for a prevalent character. I mean, Jackson Storm, he was the main antagonist, just like Chick Hicks in the first Cars movie, so I don't really include them, but when you total all of them up, you have the 5 normal ones from the first movie, 6 normal ones from the second, or third, I should say. It's basically the second, but anyway. And then you have the 2 oddballs from the first and the 1 oddball from the third. You get 7 total, so they obviously had to make it equal that way because there are 36 racers in the Piston Cup. Anyway, now don't get me wrong, I like these new sponsors that they introduced a lot, but you really had to get rid of Tach-O-Mint instead of, let's say, Clutch Aid or Little Torquey Pistons, one of the more bottom tier sponsors that are a little less popular. I mean, I know there are big fans of those sponsors out there, and I still like them, but in my opinion, they are probably some of the less popular ones out of the entire 36, especially compared to Tach-O-Mint, which is insanely popular. I mean, that was definitely a fan favorite. But it is what it is, and actually it's all good because we have amazing designers out there who can do Disney's job for them and come up with their own renditions of the sponsors. I'd like to give a huge shout out to Lumbud84 for designing all of the graphics you see in this video. Yup, I'll say it again. He made the new designs for the sponsors missing from Cars 3, the missing next gens. And of course the stock cars as well, but he didn't design those yet. And obviously they are absolutely amazing, as you're gonna see right now or whenever I decide to put the video or the clip up there on the screen. So let's just get right into it, what everyone came to see, obviously these renditions. So here's my personal favorite, Tach-O-Mint, of course, was one of definitely my favorite sponsors from the first movie because I love the candy. It's such a unique design, and just, you know, naturally I was disappointed when it was not in Cars 3. As you can see, Lumbud took a unique route with a pixel-esque aesthetic. The frosting is dripping down over the gingerbread. I love how he sprinkled in the little dots there, made the numbers look like candy canes, just like Greg Candyman from the first movie. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Moving on to my second favorite, Retread. Now, I think this is probably one of the more realistic renditions Lumbud did. And what I mean by realistic is closest to what it would have actually been if Disney decided to implement that sponsor instead of somebody else. We have the tire track over the side with a lovely modern font for Retread tire deodorant, and the 74 patch, or 79, my bad, that looks great. Next up, we have Shifty Drug, who also looks phenomenal. This is actually Lumbud's personal favorite creation. I'd say this is one pretty realistic as well. I really like what he did for the main logo on the side with the yellow dotted tip. I don't know what it is, I just like it. And the color fade from red to orange looks fantastic as well. Now on the Sidewall shine, the black swirl in the center stands out to me. You know, it's got the Sidewall shine text inside of it, and it not only combines aspects from the Cars 1 racer, but also modernized it, which is what we saw with a lot of the next gens. They took aspects from the previous versions and made it look so modern. And the boxes look cool throughout as well, so great job there. And last but not least is Fiber Fuel. Although this one is probably my least favorite, I still love the wheat growing on the sides. Again, a modernized aspect from the first Cars movie. And the white stripe that comes up from the bottom looks sweet. Here is an early concept for Retread, or Fiber Fuel, my bad, that Lumbud actually ended up scrapping, but I did want to show it just in case, you know, you wanted to see, because I think it's also a nice design as well. If he maybe moved up the number and pulled it out of the wheat a little bit, I guess you could say, it could look really cool. So which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below, along with what you think these 5 racers should be named. I'm going to leave a comment on this video. I'm going to pin it. I'm going to ask the same question if those people did not make it that far in the video, but I just want to get a discussion going. I think it'd be kind of fun. Now, before I end off the video, I just want to give some final details. Lumbud used paint.net to design these racers, and of course he had a lot of fun doing so. He's expressed so on the member or the Google Plus community. He's a great member of it, and link to it is in the description below. Please join. It's a fun time. He is currently working on redesigning all of the next gen graphics, actually a huge project. He's very ambitious. He has released several previews of these new renditions, which I will show on screen. They look great. So join the community to see more of his work. He posts very frequently. And I hope Lumbud goes into graphic design for a career or something, because he is obviously very talented. Now, I also want to quickly talk about what I said in the beginning of the video as to why these sponsors may have not appeared, besides of the sole fact that Disney did not choose them. But, you know, they just probably went out of business. Now, let's think about this. Synergy is some sort of like gas, right? It's some sort of, you know, natural something gas. Fiber Fuel is very similar to that. So perhaps one kind of pushed the other one out of the market. Now, the other ones, they don't really like jive that way. I don't know exactly what Carbon Cyber is, because, of course, I think it's maybe like an online banking. I don't know. Combustor is also banking, but maybe that's another reason Combustor pushed out HTB. Both are banking. So I kind of like that connection, although it could just be a coincidence. You know, it's still something to think about. So thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you, Lumbud, for making this video possible. And I hope you guys all enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time for another one. Bye now!